Hello and welcome to KitPlus Show. Now, if you're working under tight deadlines with little time to fully research what cloud technology can offer, or indeed which cloud services provider is the right one to partner with, then today's show is for you.
Yeah, it could be a lack of cloud knowledge, purchasing power, limited cost forecasting, data security, or the dreaded egress fees, not to mention the growing number of disparate services media-focused vendors are launching, which, to a certain degree, are preventing content producers and media companies from enjoying the benefits that cloud services have to offer. So to answer all of this are today's guests, Dan Muchmore and Nick Soper from Tyrell. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having us.
So yeah, good to see you both. Now, before we get into some very exciting news you've got, there may be some people watching this who haven't come across Tyrell before. So maybe give us some background information. That's probably one for you, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So Tyrell, we are a traditional reseller and system integrator. Been in the market for 22 years, based from Dublin and London. Our company or team specializations really based in the file and streaming areas of the business. So post-production, broadcast, VFX are our kind of skill sets.
Cool. So we kind of alluded to this at the start. You recently announced at MPTS the launch of Tyrell Cloud. Can you give us a clue? What is it? How does it work?
Sure, I'll take that one. So Tyrell Cloud is basically a strategy that we've designed to enable our clients to embrace the benefits of cloud, which are often perceived badly. Some of our market research has helped us identify key challenges that businesses have when they try to go to cloud. Many of our customers don't wish to invest in the right skill sets, six-figure salaries for AWS certified engineering. And also, they want to focus on what they're good at, making television programs, being creative, not getting bogged down in technology. So Tyrell Cloud is a platform that enables rapid deployment of key services that are relative to our everyday workflows in television production and post-production.
So give us a quick run through of the benefits that customers are going to find when they're using Tyrell Cloud.
We're trying to redefine system integration in the M&E space. We're also trying to redefine the kind of the economic and technical model that our customers track today. Cloud gives us the ability to expand and contract at will. We do that with our team. So what we're trying to do with Tyrell Cloud is follow the model that cloud provides us, but do so in a really simple way. So a customer on Tyrell Cloud will enjoy all the benefits that the cloud can offer without the cumbersome technical overheads. And we do that through automating of all of the deployments of AWS through manufactured deployments. We automate all of the stitching of the products together. And then we provide a customer with a portal to manage their own machine room. So benefiting from not having to have the technical knowledge, but also from being able to control, most importantly, when their service is run. And that's where we're turning the economic model on its head.
Yeah. A key addition to that point as well would be, as Dan mentioned, many customers want to be able to control their costs. But also with the platform, what we've built is a mechanism to align cloud deployments to actual business projects, rather than taking an approach of a financial year for a technical spend that is hard to reconcile against particular projects. Our deployment mechanisms are geared specifically towards projects that may pop up and disappear, be that for 2 weeks or be that for 10 months. But essentially, all cloud deployment costs are easily reconciled to that project activity and not forced into a 12-month or a 3-year CapEx cycle.
So what specific services are available at the moment, services and applications even, to customers of Tyrell Cloud?
So a customer joining Tyrell Cloud today will benefit from the AWS environment being set up for them. then following that, the approach we're taking is a marketplace approach, and so the products, the names of our products or services have been kept generic so that we can place the right vendor solutions underneath that would make sense for the workflow.
Yeah.
So the first solution being a transfer solution, so Tyrell Cloud Transfer, where we're using file catalysts to help our customers get their content into the cloud as fast as possible. Once
Cool.
there, we're using standard AWS storage. And then from an editorial perspective, we are the only company in the world to have been given privilege by EditShare to deploy an EditShare solution into the cloud in an automated fashion. So
Cool.
that's a big thing. So, now we have a customer can input their files and now be able to edit. That then extends on to the next logical step. If I have the files and I have storage, I need Workstation. So Tyrell Cloud Workstation allows a customer to start a workstation when they want, to schedule a workstation when it suits their running time, and be able to control that workstation via Teradici. So again, we fully automate the deployment of a Teradici environment, so the customer can do full editing from wherever they are off EditShare storage.
And in terms of the technical skills needed to get started, I mean, many editors are freelance. So, is there a learning curve, or can they just literally log on and go?
I'll take that one. No, there's not really a learning curve at all. We've built a front-end web application to enable management of the deployments. Very, very simplified. A complete contrast from the AWS console, if anybody's familiar with that. Underpinning our message of making cloud simple. But essentially onboarding as a client and an editor wanting to access a workstation, you get given a set of credentials upon being invited into a project. One thing I'll come back to shortly is our security model, which is obviously a key concern. But that set of credentials enables you to launch a Teradici session using either a software client or potentially a thin client or a zero client. So different entry point types into a Teradici session. And once in, you're accrediting yourself with access to essentially a Windows workstation with Windows Active Directory credentials. So it's very straightforward, quite comparable to how people have been surviving through COVID times, remotely dialing into their on-premise environments, again, using the same technology that's been now well established and become almost the norm.
There are three kind of pillars that we tried to find solutions to help customers not find reasons to go to that. We believe in the cloud, so why not go to the cloud? A couple of those pillars were the fear of security, the fear of cost, the other one being performance. I challenge anyone actually using Tyrell Cloud, Teradici, and EditShare to actually really feel whether they're in the cloud or not. And some of the customers we got running Tyrell Cloud, the editors didn't know they're running the cloud, which means that we've hit the nail on the head. The editorial side, the creative side of the market can get on with their job with not having to worry about what's underneath it. So this now becomes more of a play for the business as opposed to the editor itself.
So you've mentioned customers there already. You launched MPTS, which wasn't actually really that long ago. Where are you in terms of customers at the moment? What stage? Have you got many customers using, going?
We have got active customers on the platform now. We're also working with a large amount of active opportunities, introducing new workflows, extensions to what we're already delivering to our active client base. We did a presentation at MPTS with one of our key customers, Mallinson Sadler Productions, that are editing a long-form documentary over a 10-month cycle. And one of the key things with the platform and the economics that we're achieving with our management is that we're coming inside the traditional cost model, cheaper than outsourcing to post-production facilities, which is going to be a disruptor, we feel.
Yeah, and in terms of costs there, obviously you've got a lot going on in the Tyrell Cloud. Are people paying for what they're using, or do they pay a fixed fee and they get everything, whether they want it or not?
Yeah, that's a great question. One of the, our strapline is making cloud simple. So the first part of that was making the technical part simple, and the operational side. The second part was simplifying the billing process. So a customer of Tyrell Cloud today will get a bill from us on a monthly basis, and that bill would consist of kind of two variables. One being those persistent costs that are the same every month. So the various size of storage you might have, and then the second cost would be those variable costs where, because we allow a customer to decide when their services run, there'll be the cost will vary depending on when they've had the compute running. So every month they will get a varying cost of that compute. At the end of that month, they get a report from us that says exactly what they've used. So it really gives them a huge amount of power that they will know how much time their editors have been running, and the true cost of that production. But part of that simplification is, when they get that monthly bill, there might be 5 line items, but that 5 line items to them is actually potentially 80 line items per product for us. So we are simplifying the cost from the vendors. So, for example, we take EditShare as an example.
Yeah.
We have 1 line item for Tyrell Store, but that includes the EditShare license, EditShare support, plus all of the associated AWS costs. And that's been an incredible amount of work that I think worthwhile to really demystify and take the fear away of what cloud could be.
I'm going to say, yeah, and excuse me if I missed this earlier, but we covered the fact that there's probably not a lot of technical skills to get started. Is there a startup cost, having, now that we're covering, or is it pretty straightforward? It's probably the data transfer, the egress costs.
I think I'll take that one. I think the key elements of success in the cloud is identifying, first of all, the scale of your cloud adoption. Many clients we've been working with do small piecemeal projects to test the water before they commit to cloud migration more fully. In terms of preparation and onboarding, we always like to, as we say, see the whites of the client's eyes. We engage in a pre-sales activity to make sure we scope and capture the workflow requirements, because essentially if it doesn't work on paper, it won't work electronically. So it's important to capture the client requirements technically, operationally, and financially before we go and light them up a tenancy on the platform and then let them run wild, spending their own money essentially.
So where can we send any of the viewers? Where should we point them to find out more?
Tyrell/Tyrell-Cloud. And for those who don't know how to spell Tyrell, Tyrell.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. It sounds like a great solution. And of course, do check out the website for more information. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, of course, and do check out our podcast versions. We're going to be carrying on chatting now, and you can find out what we're going to be chatting about at kitplus.com/podcast. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.